No, I won't. Don't worry.
You're gonna be hating on us the
Whole time, yeah.
nitpicking. This is your time to nitpick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say everything you're doing. You'll have no chances. You're done. No. So, we'll see. Yep.
All right, well, welcome to 2024 Junior Bonspiel, draw number 4. So, here at the Potomac Curling Club, we got Dylan here on the controls, Ken here in commentary, and you guys want to introduce yourselves too?
I'm Henrik Carlson. I play for Team Lappert as well as the 5 members, and I'm subbing out this game. And then we have Steve.
And I have Steve Lappert, who's a part-time coach on Team Lappert.
All right. Okay, so and Team Lappert is on our feature sheet along with Team Stone Cold, a Potomac team. And we'll be also showing plenty of sheet C, which is their Team Dial versus Team Stilp. Team Stilp being one Potomac person on there. So yep, the mix of Dial is, are they the Colorado team? Oh. Yeah. Team's just doing their warm-up slides here. Should be playing any minute now.
Getting ready for the coin toss.
And we already have a start from Stilp. Center guard. See where that ends up. Shot looks a little bit upward.
Okay, and Team Stone Cold going first on our first feature sheet here, showing red. And over on Team D, I see Best throwing D. Sorry, Best on sheet D, Best is throwing red, which is right. Okay, we're good on there.
With Noah Kotz.
And sheet A, it's what's their team name? Dammerheim, yeah, Dammerheim throwing yellow. Yep. Okay, good. Got
Mr.
our rock colors all straightened out.
Close draw.
Team Lappert with hammer.
Sweep call right away from Team Lappert. We'll see if they can get around that guard. They just clip it and give themselves a nice corner.
Second shot coming up for Trey Waters on Team Stone Cold.
Trying to draw in behind the center guard there, I guess. Looking pretty good.
Looks like it's going to be in the house.
And curling nicely behind the guards. So you probably could hit that if you wanted to, but it would be challenging.
That's a tough shot to get to right
yeah,
there.
really, you'd have to hit a lot of weight. And
yeah, throw it right between that port there.
Yeah, but in that case, you probably wouldn't mind moving a guard either. But at this point, early in the end, you just want to draw another one in and try to outcount it.
Yeah, I got to worry about that 5 rock rule.
Yep, that's true. You can't take those rocks out yet. The guards out yet.
Seems like a nice weight from Mr. Kotz here.
Looks a little light. Going to be top of the house. They got their sweep on.
Well, they're leaving it for the center guard.
Must have burned it.
Must have burned it. Or maybe it didn't carry. One of the two.
No harm, no foul at this point.
Okay,
Still early in the ends. No worries.
Stone Cold wants to, I think, guard the draw pass, so maybe just get a biter top 12, but not get it too deep. Going a little wider than their previous rock.
So this is Sahana.
Sahana. Yes, it's Sahana.
Sahana.
We have Luke Scannock up for Team Lappert here.
And that one didn't cross the hog line, so that'll be taken out. Ice is still a little slow on the first end.
Looks like another draw for Team Lappert.
Keeping the brim pretty tight, so they're hoping to.
Luke has a little more weight on this stone. The sweep is on.
Okay, making it past the guard. Coming on in, might bump into the red. Oh, okay, bumps the red up a little bit. So pretty much the same call.
Sahana coming with her second shot.
Giving this one a little more weight.
Much more weight. Looks like top 3 for me.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to hog. I can say that anyway.
We never hope for a hog.
Yeah, trying to get it in, I think. Maybe a biter.
I think that will be...
That's going to bump the yellow.
Right on top of that yellow. Bump it just a little.
Yeah.
Makes the yellow hard to move.
But Stone Cold doesn't have hammers, so they're kind of happy with the way that things are looking at the moment.
So it looks like the call here is to bring the shot behind the stones that are in the house.
Yeah, that's
nice
where
draw
they pointed.
shot.
Yeah. Probably just a little bit more weight than the last one.
We can hear the calls for sweep through the ice, through the glass.
Yep.
A little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter.
So it looks like the right side is pretty well guarded up.
Yeah, that means that the this right side is going to be way slower. They haven't thrown anything over there. And we're going to see how that plays out later and ends when they find out that this right side is very fresh.
And the sweep is on for Camille's first shot.
Hand off. Okay, it's a little not going to bury.
It'll be a nice back 4, back 8 weight.
Yeah, at this point you kind of
a little bit of
sweeping
sweeping for Mr. Lappert. It'll be splendid back 4.
Now from this angle, he's got a good sight of probably about 80% of the stone, maybe even the whole thing.
Yeah. Mr. Carlberg West will be up next.
Yeah, looks like they just want to draw to the button and use that red rock as backing. Over on sheet C, it looks like a double run back attempt. Might work. Oh, close.
Looks like Stilp's going to place that stone right back there. Looks like a draw for Mr. Carlberg West over on sheet at B. Looks like the call has changed, and they're going to tap the rock. And they're letting it move.
They're going to give it a hit, knock it out of play.
Appears that the ice is curling much more than it was this morning.
Okay, for the call to freeze, I believe. So if you freeze on that yellow, you're sitting shot, and
it's rough to get rid of that.
Well, it'll take a couple rocks to get rid of it. Put it that way. Can't get rid of it from one rock.
I don't know, Ken. I've made shots to get rid of freezes in one before.
It's possible, yes.
The line looks good on this shot.
Yep, gonna bump it, so not gonna freeze, gonna tap it back some, but
I'm sure Mr. Lappert's very happy that that freeze did not happen.
Yep.
And he's gonna call it a clean hit. Looks like a normal weight. Oh, no, control.
Yeah.
Probably wanting to get a raw across the face there, maybe bury a little behind all that cover on the right side.
Yep.
Revel was making a lot of takeouts in the first game this morning.
He was, you're correct. Let's see if he can carry on that streak of making best of the ice.
Sweep is on to keep the rock straight.
Looks like they're going to want to have it curl.
It's on target.
It's down target.
Yep, just the nose, jams in the back, but they don't care about that rock because it wouldn't have been counting probably by the end anyway.
No, they would probably prefer not to have that type of backing in the...
Yep.
So yellow's sitting probably 1-3 right now.
Yes, looks most likely.
That 3 doesn't look like it's moving, and neither does the 2.
No.
But the shot rock is still in play. Not much protection behind it.
I think they're just debating what weight they want to throw at it. They want to do the kind of freeze and tap it back a few inches, just freeze and try to hold them to 1. Do you try to bump it across nose and hide a little bit? That could be ideal, I think. Just bump it a little bit, try to roll under.
Yeah, I think the ideal shot is just to make sure that you get a hold to 1 here, and then you can keep going in the next ends.
Yep. Yeah, they don't freeze is perfectly fine here. But they have another rock left too, so. And even if you freeze, you could potentially tap it on the next one.
Gave a little push at the end.
Yeah, weight looks pretty good though.
The sweep's on. Probably just to keep it straight so that they can get around those rocks.
Yeah, gotta go
It's
hard,
coming in toward
go
the
hard.
guards.
It's coming in towards the guards hard. Just barely ticks. And
Okay.
it covers up that draw path pretty well, leaving the hit open. We'll see how Mr. Lappert responds to such.
So wants to guard the shot rock is his top priority. I figured if he gets that center guard, then
He
he
needs
could
his vice down
potentially
there.
tap it back later.
I do believe that Revel has just figured out that he is, in fact, not throwing again.
Ah.
I think
Okay.
he just figured out that he's the vice.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, he wasn't last time.
So talking over the options here. Thinking about drawing in perhaps. Maybe removing the biter that was just thrown.
Meanwhile, on sheet C, we're down to the last red rock for Stilp. Just trying to for a hit. And ideally try to roll under cover either way.
Looks like with this hit, Stilp might be setting 2 if they nose it.
And that's a nose.
Okay. Yeah, leaves them in a good position.
Leaves them a good position for a force. I do not see the double that long happening.
Yeah,
especially
Dial just has to send it straight for sheet C.
Even if you got the double, you'd lose the shooter, in which case...
Yeah, in which case, why go for the double?
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Team Lappert's made their decision on their shot.
Looks like they're just trying to cover up any sorts of tomfoolery that could occur. And he's just relaying that to his sweepers.
Okay, hammer in motion on sheet C. So again, just going for the nose hit and stick.
Just looks like it needs to curl just a little bit more.
Will it stick?
Will it stick? That is the question we're asking.
Yeah, it sticks for a shot rock. Yes.
Sticks just barely.
1 yellow for Dial.
And on sheet B, Team Lappert's ready for their first skip stone. It's looking like he's planning to draw in through that channel in the middle.
No, I think he's trying to guard the
you think so?
The tap up. That's what he was trying to point out earlier.
Okay.
But he looks rather fast for such, so maybe it is a draw.
He is rather
Maybe he changed his
unpredictable
mind.
with his strategy.
So can you do the whole house view? We can watch the hammer on sheet A. So yellow, oh, what in the world? Oh, they're just throwing it away? I think they're just throwing it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a safe move.
Yeah.
So blocked up pretty nicely.
Just give them one. Get hammered.
And on sheet D, this will be the last red rock coming in right now. Doing a little tap back, maybe?
Great tap back from...
Well, not counting, though. And it actually not good, because it opens up the path to the shot rock.
And now the question is, can Harrison capitalize on this opening?
Okay, on our feature sheet B, Freya's thinking about, sitting here thinking about her
all the
shot.
possibilities. There's so many different ideas.
Okay.
It's out a little bit wide on sheet B.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is. Are they trying to tap back the red?
Maybe, yeah, tap back the red to maybe bump the yellow off the button.
I'm guessing that's the call.
Not sure if they'll have enough weight to do that.
And a good draw here on sheet C. Okay, and now sheet D, hammer in motion. So they're just trying to do the hit to the red on sheet D.
And the final skip stone for Team Stone Cold on sheet B.
So first we'll see the hammer on sheet D. Trying to get it past the guard. No, it crashes.
It just catches.
So
that would be three for Team Best.
Okay,
and she gets it through the channel.
Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot.
So leaving red sitting 2 at the moment with hammer to come.
2. We'll most likely see from Lappert a hit right through the gap there. And they're probably just discussing what weight.
The important thing is to hit the stone and make sure that you stick.
Yeah. The roll in just a little would much more be preferred. I'm sure that they'd be happy with the roll out and keep hammer with a steal of 1 as well. They're contemplating weight again. Thinking hack weight for this shot.
Matthew getting ready for his takeout shot.
Oh, they switched.
Wants to come the other
They
way.
switched the broom now. Oh, they're going back and forth. Which way?
Too indecisive.
That's,
All right, back to where they were.
Back to it.
so just trying to hack weight hit on that shot red rock. Basically nose or just this side of the rock side of the nose.
Shot is released.
The call is called for a curl.
Looks like
it needs to hold.
It's curling in.
Yeah. We'll see if they can get the roll. Oh, just barely. But that is a steal of 1.
Out counts one of them, but yep, still leaves the other.
Which is not a bad outcome for either team, I do believe, as Lappert would prefer to keep hammer over a force of 1.
So cutting it down from 2 to 1.
What are you guys doing here? What's up?
Sheet C, another nice draw in. Like a good hit here on sheet C. Oh,
small roll. And to sit 1 for Stilp. And that is a draw to the back 8 with a sweeping from Lappert, back 12 for Stone Cold as their first shot.
Matthew does enjoy a good sweep as skip.
Yeah, it's because otherwise he gets cold.
Okay, another hit attempt here on sheet C. It's running a little bit wide. They should get the hit, but it may jam on their own yellow. Or no.
I think they're just going to clip it.
All right, that works.
Lost the shooter, but now they're out counting. And firmly behind cover.
A little draw here on sheet B. Just a little
probably to the back 8.
Yep.
Barely touching back 12.
Stone Cold still like a guard.
On sheet C, we see the first peel. And Trey Waters throwing up a draw.
A lot of sweeping to get Trey's over the. That'll be over. Just over curling a little bit.
And it crosses the hog line.
Oh, okay. They got a guard anyway.
A solid corner guard. Looks like Team Lappert is going to throw the draw behind.
So Noah coming out with his second shot. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. Now the sweep is on, a little late.
Yeah,
late, but I think it will just still get past.
Yeah, it'll come in.
And they sweep in for the berry. And it's probably going to sit top 8, top 4.
Looks like it is shot rock.
Shot rock.
Almost up to the tee line.
Foot.
Nicely buried. Good separation between the two rocks.
Raw 10th tier. Looks kind of heavy. If it noses it red, it'll leave him sitting second, maybe?
Looks like it might be curling through the two of them.
Oh.
A little heavy.
It might just clip. Not the outcome I'm sure that anyone on that team wanted. And we'll see what Matthew Lappert wants to do.
Looks like he's calling for a takeout.
Calling for a takeout.
I might go for a draw, bury another one on the left.
This shot, I don't think would even be in the scoring zone. I don't see why they'd go for it, in my strategic opinion.
Okay, I think
it looks like
wiser heads are prevailing.
A wiser approach has been chosen. They're probably remembering some advice that their coach has given them in the past.
They're thinking, what would our normal vice do in this situation? What kind of advice would he give?
And they're spot on with this advice that I would definitely give.
Yeah, I would guess that they're right. That's what their vice would do.
Looks like it's curling in nicely. Yeah. Just got to get it in.
That break point is earlier than they think.
Yeah, it's an unusual break point.
It's a strong break point.
But then after the break point, it goes kind of straight from that point. It's like same thing as the other rock did. It takes that turn, and then it runs relatively straight.
Now, once again, it looks like that one's buried pretty well behind the guard. I'm not sure if they can see it from the other
They can probably see it, but it will just jam on the other one there.
Yeah, and it's far enough front that freezing on it doesn't help much. Well, it counts. Yeah, I mean, a freeze wouldn't be bad.
No, a freeze would not be an awful shot. We're seeing a draw from Team Dial on sheet C.
It's got to slow down a little bit if it's going to stay in the house. The sweep is on, and they're sweeping it out.
I think that's their third draw in a row that went through.
I mean, they're all the way from California, or not California, Colorado. They're probably still adjusting.
Looks like this one is on the guard.
Actually, in the previous game, Dial's draws were amazingly good.
I guess the different sheet, different ice.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Different time of day. It's just ice is just a little faster probably than was this morning.
Yeah, it's probably just warmer out as well.
Yep.
So it looks like they're looking to sit on the other side.
Yeah, just freeze on their own shot.
Maybe add a little bit of protection to it.
So is yellow sitting 1 or 2 now?
I think that they're only seeing the 1. I believe that red is out counting, and so they're looking to use this yellow that is no longer doing as much as it was for some other purpose.
It's close. It might be a measure, but I think the red is a little closer than the second yellow stone.
It's hard to tell from the television. I'm sure that on the ice it's a little bit closer. Or a little less close.
This one's going to come down to the back one, I believe.
I believe it's going to
go between.
Curl right through.
Yeah.
It might just stop in the back 12. Outcounting 1, but it's not quite to the point where it's outcounting the other.
Yeah, they'd need to get rid of the red on the side for that one to be counting.
Yeah, and then they're counting at least 3, if not 4. But I'm sure that they're saving that for a later shot when it's more advisable to take such action.
Okay, so call for Stone Cold is just a draw down. Use the yellows as backing, freeze to something, either one really.
So a lot of draws in this game so far, not a lot of guards.
No, not a lot of guards. Very few hits compared to other games I've seen.
That one's coming in pretty heavy too.
This one might go through.
This one, I think it's going to, again, clip that one in the back, and we're going to see how that works out. Noses it.
Now counts one of the yellows.
That counts one yellow. Doesn't outcount the second one. Hack damage.
So it looks like now the call is get rid of that red up top.
And ideally you'd cross the nose a little bit so you're out counting red in the back.
Looks like a control shot for Team Lappert. Revel wants a little bit more ice. The call for sweeping.
It might be on the guard.
It's possibly on this.
So
it is on the guard.
You can go to the all,
We're gonna see
all
how
sheets. So let's take a look at sheet A. I think this is hammer.
Well, they changed the color of the guard, which would be preferable. Otherwise, they might.
That red might be outscoring the second yellow at this point as well. But something you can use for backing if needed.
Maybe. Sheet D has an interesting look with the wall of guards up front.
So,
well, not quite all guards, but in the top 12.
So sheet B, they're just trying for the freeze again, I believe, on either of the yellows or even the red. Again, a little heavy. So you can,
just a little heavy.
Yeah, they're trying to.
And this time they don't have that little bit of backing that they can just sit on.
Oh,
and it sails right through. I believe that's 3 points for a field goal.
So calls to hit the back one. Doesn't gain you anything except gives you something to get, I mean, other than getting rid of it at this point.
Yeah, I would be going after that one in the front still. But perhaps this one is the safer option. And they're looking to just get a little bit of a roll. It's going to overcurl, I believe. Or unless they want to cross the face of the rock, in which case they're on perfect.
Hit? Oh.
And it hits the foot. Not the right target, but a target.
So
burns happen.
Yeah, I mean, that point, if it's burned after the hog line, so the other skip should be able to decide what they think that rock would have done, which is very complicated.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm sure that Stone Cold would say that it would have overcurled and missed the rock.
Yeah.
But we do know that's going to be 20 push-ups for Luke after the game, so we'll see that in the post-game show.
We do have some strict anti-burning policies on the Team Lappert. He'll learn his lesson.
If we, there is a steal of one on sheet C while we weren't paying attention. So we dial up 2-0. think sheet D is about to throw hammer.
Yeah, looks like the last rock for sheet D.
I think they're trying to get to the red shot rock.
Yeah, I believe that should be possible.
Yeah,
but they might be trying for that double even. Get both of those reds out.
I think you need to get 4 reds out to score.
Yeah, double
on
doesn't.
sheet D.
More like you need to get to nose of that red.
Yeah, they need to get to nose, but that's harder. So they're probably just going to go for that edge and then try to get that double and then end up sitting. It just curls too much.
Oh, and
that
leaves red sitting what?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Looks like 5 from here.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Very close hit.
Yeah, got rid of 1 yellow and
almost got rid of 2.
Yep.
Would have been quite the double. Looks like Matthew's in a bit of a pickle here. We'll see which one he picks. Not even looking at that one in the top corner. Maybe it's not counting.
He might not be thinking he can get to it with the guard in the way.
Oh, he certainly can. The guard's pretty high, even if he doesn't think so. I think that they can't measure that way, but I don't think. Maybe I've read the rules wrong. But it looks like they've come to the conclusion that is not closer, and they're just going to draw down on top of that red in the back.
Drawing onto the red isn't a bad decision here.
No, I like that decision a lot. I think that you can only get
freeze to it.
I believe that a draw like that can only have some positive impacts. And if you miss, there's no real harm happening.
Yellowstone starts curling in.
Yep.
Got to make sure they hit it. Came off on the sweep a little early, but I'm not sure if it would have made a difference.
No. May have made an inch difference, but that's not going to change the overall shot that's moved. Yeah, that break point is just coming in, and they're not ready for it.
So this will be hammer, is that right? Is that where we are? Where are we on sheet B?
On
second,
sheet B, this
second
is
skip stone
oh,
on
okay.
sheet B.
second skip stone for Team Red, Stone Cold.
Nice sweep to the button on sheet C.
Really putting the pressure on Stilp there. Team Battle is...
Freya's calling for a 9-5 hit, so pretty good up weight.
That'll probably be around normal.
Yep, trying to clear out both the yellows.
Looks like she wants it to curl a little bit.
I don't see it hitting at all.
I don't see it. Real close, though.
That was a close shot.
Looks like a lot of force out there from the skip of Stone Cold. And it may just collide with their own rock.
Looks like it's going to hit their own stone.
We'll see how that pans out.
Okay, and it's got the yellow for backing. That's not if it's going to hit. That's at least it's got backing.
Yeah.
So we have the hammer coming up next for Team Lappert.
Team Lappert looks like a control weight hit, perhaps higher.
They seem pretty confident that their yellow stone is outscoring the second red stone.
They seem very confident. It most likely looks much better for them out there. Even if on the TV it looks different.
So likely just nosing this one for 2.
For 2 if they really are out counting the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
All the way! Hard! Hard! All the way!
Calling for the hard sweep.
It's going to make a contact.
Lappert has at least one.
Yep.
I would say they should pull out the measure because they're on opposite sides of the sheet. They're very close, and the pin is never perfectly centered.
No.
Or the circles
Or
are never
rarely, at
perfectly.
least.
Yeah.
The circles are not perfectly
So-
round. It's another way to think
Yeah,
of it.
that's it.
And they're calling for
Yeah.
the measure.
Yep.
Calling for the measure.
That is the correct decision to make in that scenario.
But that is at least one yellow.
Okay, over on sheet C, looks like is this a draw to the backing, I think. It's a call.
So, okay, we got somebody who's going out to.
Matthew is making sure that we didn't forget that he had the first stone in there.
That is a classic Matthew move.
So we'll keep it here, keep you guys up to date on sheet C while we wait for the measure on B.
Yep, so I just got a nice center guard on sheet C, guarding their shot rock from a direct hit. So Freya would like to peel that guard they just threw.
Peeling the other way. Perhaps if for the miss of hitting the 2 yellows in the back, hiding behind this guard.
Oh, it won't miss.
No. Calling the line.
Is it more like nose? Okay, hit something
Hey,
and
nose.
run back and does what? Okay.
That's a perfectly good shot there.
Yep, got rid of the rock on the button.
It improves their position.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's see.
Please do not pump the rock.
Mark Carlson.
Expert measurer, Mark Carlson.
Expert is stretching it, I do believe.
I have a critique already on his technique.
He's the best measurer on the ice right now, though.
Well, yeah.
True enough. Since I'm not on the ice.
He is the designated expert. Regardless.
There we go. Good. Switch sides.
Was that your main critique there?
Yes. You push, don't pull. And that's red. Guaranteed that's red.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's red.
So yellow takes 1. With all that.
Seems like Revel has made a judgment mistake and believed that he was red.
I will note that those of us here in the booth knew it was red the whole time. We're calling for it to be removed the entire end, but
Yes.
And they did try to hit it the one time,
Yeah.
right? So
Well, they tried to hit the one. I don't know what. They might have forgotten about it. Can I have something?
Oh. Something odd is happening with our
yeah, just
sheet
do
C
that.
view.
And now it should work.
There we go. Now, hopefully. There we go. Now cameras are fixed. Oh, technology.
The glory of it.
Software. It's like I got that new view set up, but I didn't really get it all refined. Don't feel like you need to stick on this view. You do whatever you want to do.
But it's such a nice view. Gives you all the information you need.
Well, doesn't give you the names of who's throwing, which we could do too.
We could.
And this one comes in on the 12-foot on the side of the house.
Let's see. We go to, oh, hold on, wait for a second.
Oh, man, Dial keeping the pressure on there.
Yep.
Wow.
We have 5 stones in the house on sheet C.
Yep.
All yellow.
All yellow.
And they're throwing the next rock.
And another. This is going to be quite the pressure shot for
so they're
Stilp.
just going to bring it down to the button and sheet C, the last yellow rocks in motion. See that here in a few seconds.
There is a pocket on sheet C, though.
There is.
A lot of stones, but they're all behind the tee line.
I'm sure that's what Dial's trying to fill right now, is that little pocket.
Well, it's just going
But
to be a
they're
guard.
just like,
So it leaves a nice draw path for Freya to save the end.
yep. It's high pressure.
Or she could just go in for the hit. She could do the nose hit if you feel more comfortable with your hit weight than your draw weight.
I know Freya's very good with her draw weight.
And she's good at hits too.
And she's incredible with her hits. I think that's one of her most practiced things.
So she's calling for the hit. Okay, there's Freya's throws in motion.
Rocks in motion.
Looking pretty good.
Looking straight.
Looking really good.
It's around the guard with ease.
And boom. There we go, on the button.
Everything moves, just as predicted.
So one for Stilp. Saves the end.
Saves the end, and 1 point for Stilp.
On sheet B, we've got one in the 4-foot, but it's pretty much out there right now. Looks like she's calling to bump it back, sit on it.
Yep.
Got a heavy sweep going on sheet B.
Yeah, just trying to get that right down to that yellow. However,
Yes.
I think it's
Gonna
going to
end
fall
up being a
just
center
little
guard,
short.
just off the line.
Got a score update from Sheet A. Team Dauernheim took 1 in the 4th to go up by a score of 4-1.
3rd, not the 4th. They're in the 4th.
Right. Is that what I said?
You said they scored 1 in the 4th.
Oh, yes, I meant 1 in the 3rd.
A little bit of discussion on the ice as to what shot they're going to do here on Sheet C. Excuse me, Sheet B. Nice draw away. Might want to get on that sweep.
Looks like the call is to curl the rock.
Want to get it buried behind the guard.
Keep it behind that guard.
Nice placement.
Wow.
Just touching the button, it looks like.
Touching both that one on the left there and also the button.
And looks pretty well hidden behind the guard. They can
Looks
still
like
draw
that's what
to
they're trying to remove right now, is that guard.
We'll do the all-house view. We can watch the last red rock on Sheet D. Just going for a hit, I believe. I'll ask for team best here. And, well,
Jams.
And jams.
And that puts
3 for
Yellow
Harris.
sitting 3.
yellow with hammer.
With
coming
hammer.
Up. So,
Yeah, they still
with
got
back,
another one coming.
not only that, with backing. So.
They have a pretty much open draw for 4.
And they,
Anything can happen now.
yep.
Yeah. The only thing that could trip them up is either they miss the house entirely or, I don't know, somehow that red one that's way out on the wing there is somehow outcounts their 4th rock.
A pick is always a possibility, unfortunately.
I didn't even see the one out in the wing there.
Yeah, it's
like, oh yeah, there it is.
It's way out there on the wing, just hanging on to the 12-foot.
Matthews calling to put the guard back.
It's a call I would make. It seems like all the team agrees with said call.
Okay, here comes the hammer.
Harrison hammer on Sheet D is in motion. Looks kind of heavy.
Well, it's got all that backing for a reason.
Hopefully it doesn't need it.
One always hopes you don't need the backing, but it's there when you do.
Get off of that. That's going to...
Yep, uses the backing.
But...
And
Still 4.
Still
Still
4.
four.
All right, so they're pretty much back in the game. So was looking pretty bad for them after 2 ends, but now.
It's a high-scoring game on,
Yep.
on Sheet
Yeah.
D.
This is what you call a shootout.
Yeah.
It's a big swing.
So not exactly a guard, but it does provide some protection on Sheet B. But they can send that back and start breaking things up.
Nice hit and roll here on Sheet C.
Call is a takeout, and if it's hit properly, they might dislodge both the stones that are in the 4-foot. Seems to be going offline.
Just gonna chip that
Got one of them.
yellow.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
almost got 2.
yeah.
It's just hanging on.
That's what you call the accidental plan C.
Now here's where we want to put a guard a little bit higher outside the house. Let's protect those stones. It's light.
Yep, should be a good guard.
Does it have enough to get over the hog line?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Just kind of hopeful it to curl. It's got to curl. It doesn't want to curl.
It's carrying pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Good 2.
And
Almost 3.
Yeah, it curled enough in the end.
It's just off to the side of the center line.
Yeah, but it makes it hard to get a double there.
Yeah, it really narrows up the lane for a hit.
And what's the call here? They're trying for the hit, and if they peel a guard, that works too?
I would take a guess that that's what they're thinking.
Looks like it's on line to peel the guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the call that it's wide. And it appears to peel the guard. But unfortunately also hits that
And takes a
red and gives him a third.
A nice roll for yellow on that.
Yeah,
very
jammed
lucky
it.
for yellow. And Matthew is more than happy to just put back that center guard.
That was a very light tick right there on sheet C.
Yeah.
But it's still good. I don't know. Are we even enforcing the no-tick rule?
We are.
We are. Okay.
We're enforcing.
But as long as it's still on the center line.
Yep. Yeah, which it is.
Doesn't matter.
I just wasn't sure because I know generally at this club we've been enforcing it. I just
Yes.
didn't know if it was in play for the
It's
for
in
the
play
spiel.
for the spiel.
Perfect.
The kids got to learn sometime.
Right? Might as well learn here.
I know I learned here.
Yeah, especially if any of them want to be competitive and go on to the higher levels of competitiveness, they're going to be using that role.
Yep.
Yeah, a number of these teams are competing in broomstones at U21 next week.
Okay.
So this is a good warm-up for that.
Okay, the guard going right back where they want it, I think. Just
I
got to
think the
curl a
guard's
little more.
going to sit a little
Or
bit
kinda
past.
yeah, it's coming in the
probably
house.
Top 8. Maybe the top 12.
Well, I'm sure they don't mind that at this point.
Yep.
Noah looks ecstatic about it.
Still sitting fifth there. It's not out counting that redstone.
But it's causing problems.
Yes.
So what do you do now? Do you just try drawing to the button? So they got 2 rocks left.
They're going to try for the hit
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I think you can, with this shot, since it's the first skips rock,
You try to
you
get
come in with some weight to see if you can disrupt and
either peel that or clear more than 1 yellow.
yeah.
Just want to open things up.
And then obviously we'll see how things lie for yellow's second skip rock.
Yeah.
Okay, over here on sheet C, there's a little tap back going on. Looks pretty good. Yeah, excellent tap back.
And a little bit of weight on this stone on sheet B.
Oh
It's all the way back to the back 8, but it's still undercover.
Definitely moves some yellows.
Looks like it's gonna.
Looks like it's
One
just going
yellow.
to chip that
Oh.
yellow.
Okay, well.
Guard was just well placed by enough.
I'm gonna put the guard back in again. I guess the one that was chipped isn't counting though, right? The red's still out counting it.
Probably not out counting the.
No,
red.
it's still 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear from here.
Yep.
Yeah. So clearly 3.
Yep.
It looks like they're
Just
Matthew's
put the
call
guard
is
back.
putting the
Oh, a
guard back.
beautiful draw here on sheet C.
Oh.
Just cleared the guard by a millimeter and got the. I said draw. It was really a low weight hit.
Looks like Matthews calls putting up a guard on sheet C with his final skip stone.
I agree with that call. If the system still works, why change it?
It's got good weight. Line looks good.
Looks like they're calling for the curl. They just wanted to move on its own.
Just got to get it to that line.
Very nice.
It's just passed. That's perfect.
High enough to cause enough trouble, too.
Yep.
There's not much of a path to get to those stones.
Yeah.
Now,
It's funny how much later it cuts. going this direction, it does that cut right near the end. Coming the other direction on the other side of the sheet, it cut really early.
I'm thinking red would need to draw to the button at this point.
yeah, I mean, this is hammer, so they've got to draw against 3 here.
Yep. And it looks like they're probably just trying to limit the opposing team.
There is a little bit of backing, so if they overshoot it, they can sit on the back one and limit yellow to 1.
Yep.
Sheet C looks like just trying to draw another rock in for Stilp.
This is where the skip needs to get the draw weight down.
Okay, so a hammer on sheet B.
Does look like it has some weight to it.
Yeah.
So curling in to get hit the guard.
I think it's going to curl past the guard. I think it's just going to hit that one rock in the back and roll off.
So they did limit it to 2.
They did take it down to 2. That's 2 for Lappert.
Okay, here the draw attempt crashes on sheet C.
Trying to check.
But it still rolls in for a biter, so not bad.
No measure this time for sheet B.
Yeah.
This time they've figured out that they're
looks
like
maybe
Dial is calling a type of run back, maybe. Or perhaps the draw.
over on sheet A. I think they'll be throwing hammer. I don't see any yellow rocks left down there, right? So yeah, red would have hammer. So sheet A about to, we're just going to do a draw, I think.
Quite a few guards on sheet A right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're trying to draw around all those guards and for
Yeah,
get one.
Trying to come around on the right.
Looks narrow. It's going to maybe bump something back. No. I don't think it's going to do anything. It's kind of heading towards too many rocks. Oh, well. Not almost did something.
Almost did something.
So that'll be another 1 point for yellow on sheet A.
Yes.
Okay, here on sheet C, little clips and rolls to
And
second.
Sweep. Keeps it second firmly.
Yep.
Just trying to get that over the hog line. Not sure if it's going to make it.
Looks like Stilp's plan is just to
There
follow
it
them
is.
down.
It's a very high guard there on sheet B. Just past the hog line.
It looks like Noah Kotz there is asking that the skip gives them more ice. Apparently it is curling much more than it was earlier.
And Team Stone Cold is entirely from Potomac, if I'm correct.
I don't think so. No, I think there's someone from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're
But other
listed
than
as a
that-
Potomac team, but
Yeah, those
you may be
listings
right.
are not right. That's that was in the spreadsheet that I put
Right.
in there, but
Yep.
it's Stilp team says Potomac, and only one there's only one Potomac on the Stilp, so
Which is Freya herself.
Team Lappert is quite the mix. We have a Diamond State, we have a Philadelphia, we have 2 Potomac, and we have a Plainfield. So the Mid-Atlantic is well covered.
Yeah, got ideas all across the coast.
okay. So the last red rock on C sails through. It'll be hammer on sheet C for what will be a draw for one attempt, I believe.
Yeah.
Assuming they do the draw, or are they looking at something else?
Looks like they might be thinking a tap.
Yeah. Looks like, yeah, Dial's Feist there is looking at that tap.
Or the in off?
The in-off is an interesting shot. I wouldn't call it for any usual game, but I guess this is more of a practice for them.
Yep, just
And a heavy sweep on B to get the stone into the outer of the 12 foot.
Looks like Dial's looking at that run back off of that left yellow, right
Yeah.
into that red.
Yeah, if you get it
Two.
perfect, you can get 2. But it's a very long and angle run back, so it's worth a try there. Worst happens is you give up 1.
I'm sure that they're happy to give up 1. Only ties up the game.
Well,
and it doesn't.
I shouldn't say worst happen. They could double out their yellows, in which case they'd give up 2, right?
Yeah. Looks like a curl sweep for Team Lappert, trying to bury the rock behind the guard.
Matthew mostly gets it behind the guard.
Mostly behind.
We can still see probably about half the stone.
Yeah, probably a little bit more.
But it looks like they're looking to draw to it. Matthew Lappert waving at the booth as he has a drink.
Okay, here's the sheet C. Bump, trying to bump back. Does it have enough weight?
It's a little
I
light.
don't believe so.
Doesn't have the
I believe
line.
It's just going to sail right past, unfortunately for them,
So 1 red.
for 1 red.
So Stilp ties it up with a steal.
I don't think Dial really had anything else there besides maybe a draw. But I'm sure that they really wanted that too. Looks like Lappert is calling a hit and roll of some kind at control weight. Perhaps some of the advice from earlier coaching, as before it was mostly calling normal shots, normal weight. Calling for a curl. I don't think they're going to get much here. I think it may be a little bit higher weight than they anticipated.
And looks like it's not sticking.
No.
Well, it is in play.
Someone's probably going to trip on that sometime.
Yeah, I got the 2 yellow rocks in play in back corner, each back corner.
Not
The
of
gates
much
of
use,
yellow.
but they are sitting there.
And rock from Sahana here. Looks like it could be back 8. Looking at the
It's more than back 8, I think. with
Now once
sweeping.
Matthew gets to sweeping.
yeah, once Matthew
Yeah.
gets sweeping there.
It's like it was back 8 before the sweep.
No, it's most likely back 12 before the sweep then.
But leaves them sitting 2 at the moment.
Does indeed.
Matthew emphatically wants a draw behind the guard.
The 2 pads with a boom emphatic.
Yeah, usually only gives 1.
Okay.
The stone from Revel has been released.
Matthew gets down to watch the line.
Yeah, plenty of weight. I think I'll be coming back too.
Calls the curl.
Might land on that red one on the
Calls
back.
for the holds. Perhaps to sit on this red over here.
It's got a curl.
It's curling in.
Yeah, it'll
curling
come down
in.
to that red one.
Interesting sweeping technique from Matthew Lappert there.
Yep, leaves them sitting shot rock now.
There is a hit from Camille Schlanger.
It's coming a little light. Might crash against the guard.
Yeah, I think it's just barely gonna
Just barely.
Oh,
Yep.
and just a tip.
Just ticked it.
just rub it.
And still going back. Matthew's going to get that out of play. And it's looks like Matthew wants to pile another one on top of the pile.
Sheet D is looking quite interesting.
Yeah, well, it's hammer on sheet D. Just Best is trying to draw in for 2.
Yep.
Looks pretty good. And as long as they're going to have to sweep hard.
Heavy sweep to get it in.
And so far, that looks like they can make it.
They got all
they
3
got
sweepers.
3 sweepers.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yep.
And there it is.
Good sweep, gets them 2.
Needed every bit of that sweep.
Yep, it did. Okay, draw attempt here on our
Sahana
feature sheet.
just missed this throw. Going to the bathroom, I believe. But looks like even without him, it has just enough weight.
Maybe a little bit too much, but it might bump that red one out. Nope, bumped out their own yellow.
However, I think that rock looks much better.
Yep, yeah, they don't mind that trade. Better backing.
Yeah, it's much more square on the backing than the previous one.
Looks like the call is a draw in. Line looks pretty good. Weight looks decent. They're getting on the sweep. That might actually go by the yellow. Matthew gave it a little help.
Matthew's getting to
Just
do lots
takes
of
that
sweeping
one.
in this end.
He's probably ecstatic about that.
Matthew enjoys a good sweep.
You take what you can get when you skip.
Matthew slides to the other end. Looks like the call is to sit on their yellow. I might like something in the front of the house, though. Hopefully that's what the call is.
Hopefully. I'm sure that they mostly want to get it behind that guard. Since their current shot is completely uncovered. Looks like a first skip zone on sheet A from Andrew Hooker.
Looks like Matthew's shot is a little heavy to be set in front of the house. He's going for the button.
Going for that, just the freeze on top of their own.
That's
It's just T-line on the button.
I might like that shot a foot or so more up front.
There's some double potential if you hit it almost nose.
There are worse shots to have been thrown there.
Hit attempt coming in on sheet C. Gets the one in the back. Yep.
And probably a hit attempt on sheet B, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to nose it.
I think it's just slightly off nose.
Just set off, but
And there is the double that
That's
we
the
were
double.
worried about.
Yep. You got rid of that back red, but at that point, they're probably better off without it.
Nice
Probably
double.
better off. At this point, I think the hit and roll is probably the preferred shot. But it looks like Revel, Carlberg West there wants to throw the draw.
And this is the second skip stone.
This is the second skip zone of Team Lappert. In sheet D, it looks like Best managed to, oh yeah, we already covered that. Best managed to convert their hammer into 2.
Team Lappert's thinking, how do we avoid giving up 2 on this shot?
It appears that their idea is to freeze onto, or perhaps even have a hack weight shot for
Freezing onto the house on the 4-foot is probably their best shot.
Yeah, I mean, the other call would be to clip that one and roll one behind the cover, but that's difficult. Yeah, I like the freeze.
He's calling line.
It's doing that early cut that we talked about
Very
before.
early cut. Maybe even a little bit too early.
Yeah, a little
So,
bit light.
yeah, so now you want to out-count that other biter.
Yeah, just out count something. Make
Yeah.
sure they can't get 3 now. But unfortunately, they're probably just going to go for the hit for 3.
Nosing that one would give them 3.
On sheet C, it looks like there's a bit of a run back.
It's like a score of 3 for Dauernheim on sheet A.
Okay, here's the hit attempt. And
It
oh,
just
misses.
no. Oh, no.
And it turns into a shot for 1. There's a bit of relief on the side of Team Lappert on that one.
Yeah, that was quite the tense shot, even for me up here in the warm room.
On sheet C, we're just last of the vice rocks, trying to do some sort of hit on the yellow center line, I believe. Yep. All right, punches the red out.
Now reminding their skip that they don't have hammer.
It's the unfortunate truth that sometimes he does forget. And that's why he has great sweepers to remind him.
No doubt calling for a corner guard here instead of a center guard. That happened in their earlier game today.
Yeah. He,
Looks like that one is going toward the, excuse me, calling for a center guard since he doesn't have hammer.
yeah. But it looks like it's just going to over-curl. And so they're trying to bring it as deep as possible and make it harder for them to drop behind. Just short of the house, unfortunately for them.
But something they can promote later in the game if needed.
Okay, sheet C, Freya's about to throw her first skip rock and trying to decide if they want to hit that yellow, I believe.
I mean, there's too many yellows to hit.
Yeah, that yellow is a little vague when I say that, but the yellow near the brim, unless she's looking at somehow drawing between, which could be. But I like that. I mean, a little.
I like that draw around the right side is there. After all those yellows are just in the 12 foot. So looks like she might want to go down the center with a hit.
And try to double out the two yellows.
Either try to double out or just get like a roll behind the yellows.
Oh, yep.
And I think that's the draw called.
Okay. She heard you.
She heard me from the warm room, apparently, on the other side of the sheet.
Are the speakers on out there?
That's my bad.
Call on sheet C is to draw to the stone in the back of the house. So Noah sends it off. Nice speed, just has to curl.
Just has to curl.
Looks like it's a
Looks
little
like
heavy
it
for
did
that.
not grab the same as the rocks before it, which is quite odd.
So not out counting, still in play though.
Not out counting.
Okay, Freya's throwing her draw attempt around the other side, the non-yellow side.
Is there any side on that sheet that isn't?
And it crashes.
Looks like they just crashed, but they still have a second shot.
Get a little
So
bite
it's
out of
not
it.
overflowing yet.
Trey's first shot on sheet B looks like it's going to be a guard. Pretty high up there. Think they can still get around it.
This is Skip's second shot for Team Dial being planned out here. Looks like they have also thought that all these shots are only in the 12 foot and they just need to draw in for the 4.
Here's Luke's draw in.
Yeah.
This one's a little tighter, a little bit lighter.
Looks like it just broke there. And we're very lucky that it didn't almost clip that rock. Or it did almost clip it. We're lucky it did not.
Okay, ends up in an excellent position.
Ends up beautifully. 2 guards, it's pretty hard to get behind.
But lots of rocks left in this end, so. Okay, over on sheet C. Team Dial's kind of drawing on that side, or at least guard something. Yeah, okay, they're going for the draw in. Oh, nice. Past the guard, a little deep, but good.
Yeah. I think that's going to draw in cleanly. Just on top of the yellow. Oh, that's beautiful.
It's going to be hard to move.
Yeah. I think you're just going to have to accept that yellow is going to maybe have to go. And you have to be willing to make that sacrifice.
Might be time to peel the guard.
It looks like they're already thinking about a run back of some kind, which is close enough to appeal.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if throwing a normal weight, so he's clearly not expecting this to curl much at all.
So to basically run back yellow into the red. Is that the
Hoping not yellow into other yellow.
Well, that's always the hope, isn't it?
Calling off the sweep.
Calling out the sweep. I think that might be the wrong call. But it probably was already passed, and so he wanted to conserve the sweeper's energy.
Okay, on sheet C, Freya is trying another draw, a little more broom this time. So far it looks good. Past the guards. Now's the weight coming.
Looks pretty light on sheet B. Sweepers got on it pretty early.
It's probably just going to be a guard, which is not terrible for them in this situation at all.
Looks like it's just going to get over the hog line.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to fall short.
It's just going to fall short. So we're going to see what Matthew wants the same shot. Just, he probably is giving a little bit more ice this time than he did last time.
I might call for the peel of that red guard up top, though.
Yeah. That is another call that could be made.
That would give you a clear shot at the shots down.
I believe the fear would be then they put it back and you've wasted a shot. They've got some hard sweep. I thought that needed the curl. Apparently it did.
So can you do the all houses? Let's watch the hammer on sheet D. So the yellow, it's just going to crash, it looks like. So leaving one yellow for Harrison.
One yellow for Harrison. They're catching up slowly. Looks like they're finally getting to the swing of things and putting up a real fight.
Yeah.
Almost seems like a doubles game with the high score.
Still got a few ends to play there, so they got the momentum.
That's 4 for Team Dial on sheet C.
On sheet A, they still have at least 4 rocks to go.
Looks like a draw in. Matthew's going to try and get it back as far as he can. Looks like it's not counting.
It's most certainly not counting.
What? I can't see any of this, but I can try to hit it.
Revel says he can't see it, but he'll try and hit it anyway. But I think
Matthew
cooler heads
wants to
have prevailed.
I agree with this call.
So what is the call now? They've been going back and forth. I didn't quite catch
Well, I think the call is still the draw. Nothing has changed.
Still plenty of room to draw.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 more rocks after this one for yellow.
It's a little light.
A little light. Looks like Luke Stanok is sweeping that a little earlier on. But Rocks is carrying.
Now that the sweep is off.
Yeah, call the sweep off.
Looks like it's going to be a nice shot.
Just going to clip that red one. Roll in.
But it is exposed.
It is exposed. But now they have to hit it, and then they have to roll under their red. And we'll see if they can make such a shot.
I think the ideal shot for them here is to hit it out of scoring and then roll behind their guard.
Yep, you want to cross nose to not jam on the red in the back.
They could be sitting 2 after this if they execute it properly. Got right on the sweep.
The sweepers are holding it pretty well.
Looks like it's gonna nose.
Yeah, they're Might even be outside nose slightly. That's not going to roll much. Just jams on that one in the back there.
But they are sitting 2.
They're sitting 2. But I believe that Matthew would like to have the hit and roll.
Shot rock is pretty exposed right now.
Yes.
This will be Matthew's first skip stone.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't have hammer, so he has to be careful.
Yeah, you got to think. Looks like he wants to do the either the draw or the hit and roll.
Might be time to start thinking about some defense here. Hold them to 1.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to do the draw behind.
I think this looks like a takeout hit and roll.
Really? Because he has the brim on the T line, not next to Broccoli. He would for the.
You never know with Matthew Lappert.
You do. You never know. I'm sure with
He likes to surprise even his own teammates sometimes.
That he does. That he does. He's quite effective at it. Looks a little bit hot, I think, is what they're saying. So we'll see if they can pull off that roll.
It might go through.
It might go through.
So over on sheet A,
It's
we can
just too quick.
If you want to watch the hammer on sheet A, we
Not
got.
sure what he was planning there.
I think it was the draw. I
Lappert
think he
makes a
just
beautiful hit for a 3, is it? How many do we?
The
3.
speed was somewhere between
Yeah,
a draw
nice.
and a takeout, so it's inconclusive. We'll have to find out after the game what the thinking was.
So that was what
We will.
Lappert needs to keep in the game.
I think. Yeah. I mean, only behind by 4. Anything could happen. Saw yesterday with Team Stilp versus Team Dauerheim even.
Yeah, that was. Which team? I know one team had the first 3 ends, a lot of points, and then the other.
It was
two-
Stilp.
That was Stilp. Yeah, that's right. Still battle.
Up
Looking
7,
really good.
and then the other
One.
team came back to win.
Yeah. I knew I wanted to go watch that game. Fortunately, our game ran a little bit longer than theirs, and so we weren't able to catch it.
Here's another one adding to the pile.
And counting.
Now I think the hit is much more viable. I think you can get a light hit and roll. Hide behind the cover, and you'll be sitting very happily.
Yeah, Team Lappert in a bit of trouble here, but not anything they can't get out of. But at this point, they're trying to keep Stone Cold to 1, and they're going to need a nice shot to do it. I think the call here is to.
I think it's the hit. Or
Yeah.
no, it might be the draw.
It looks like to draw in.
Yeah, draw on top of that red, hold them to 1. I'd like that shot. I'd call that shot.
Like a good hit coming in here on sheet C.
Got both folks sweeping on this one.
Yeah, it must really be that light if
Gotta
they
get
both
it in.
want it
Gotta
in.
get it in.
Revel really using those vocal cords to full extent. Just doesn't make it.
Nope. So red is still sitting 3, and they just need to draw for 4. So
Yeah.
Stone Cold could take the lead here. They can get that red in without bumping yellow in. Of course, they could get really fancy and try to hit a yellow or something. No, I don't think there's any way to, no way to get more than 4 out of this.
So it looks like a standard draw-in for 4. Plenty of space in there. Just have to get solid white.
Sweeper's on it right away. It looks like it has a good amount of weight, I think. Maybe? I don't know. It's going to be close.
Looks a little light. And a little bit off.
All right, well, 3 still ties up the score.
So tied up after 5. So at least 2 more ends left. Team Lappert gets hammer. They're looking to put up a multiple here to give themselves a little cushion.
I know on the last draw, 1 or 2 games are stopped due to time, but I don't know what the time limit is.
A high center guard.
Good draw coming in here on sheet C. Oh, no, I guess it's just a wide. Sheet B gets past the guard. And it's somewhat buried. Fighting top 4.
Yeah. It's a clean shot. Looks like they won't quite get it there, but it's very close to being past that yellow. Just sitting on it. Looks like we have a draw in on sheet C. And quite the discussion on sheet B. Looks like they're quite confused on what's happening. So, looks like on sheet C they're calling also a draw. And
pretty serious discussion here on sheet B.
yeah, very serious discussion. It's something we're working on, is just being able to talk better and use less time while talking. And so we're working on that. I think we're getting better over this Bonspiel.
At least you can talk all you want now without worrying about delaying the game.
Excellent.
I can just talk as long as I need, and they can't really do anything about it because I'm over here.
We want it in the back. The back gate.
It's got to slow down a little, according to, I think, Revel.
Sounds like they want it in the back, though.
Yeah, sounds like they're trying to get in the back. And it's back 4. Back 8.
Just over the line.
Yeah, now counting the red.
Yellow has hammers, trying to put up a lot of points here.
Yeah. Especially after that last end. I'm sure that's drained the morale a little.
They let Stone Cold back in it.
Yeah. So I think what they're trying to do is shut that door again and just keep them out.
Looks like we're going to hit the guard, probably knows it.
Yeah, came up way
If it even moves it that much.
Just a little tap.
I think here the move would be to try to guard any attempt that Stone Cold can get to that red and try to bump it up.
There will be hammer on sheet D. It's an interesting house.
Oh, yeah. Best trying to score 3.
Yeah, you'd have to move that yellow a little bit. So, but bump the red to move the yellow enough to, well, so, no, you can get 3 without moving the yellow at all, but you have to.
Nice
beautiful
freeze.
shot from Dial.
Nice freeze on sheet C.
Yeah.
Brought it right up to the shot rock.
I mean, they make it look so simple.
Looks a little fast on sheet B to be a guard. It's going to come in the house.
I think
just biting.
I think that's a great way to kind of block it up, make it harder for them to really get to that red.
Okay, on sheet D, this is the best seamer coming in, trying to get enough weight to bring it in. Looks
Can they
close.
bring it? That's enough.
Yeah,
that's
they
3.
got their 3. Beautiful, beautiful draw.
And so that's best leading 13-5.
Don't see handshakes. Looks like they'll be playing another end there.
Stone Cold adds another guard to the front of the pile. The question for Team Lappert is, do you try and draw in now or put up another guard?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like biting top 4 just to protect the button.
I think at this point, sitting 2, you want to get as much protection of those 2 as you can.
Yeah, it's not like they're. I mean, if you have something that you could tap back later.
Yeah. I want to like.
Yeah.
I want to leave the hammer shot for hammer shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
there's still a lot of stones left to play.
Looks like that's coming in.
Looks like it's
Well,
going
that
to
will
tick.
crash. Yeah,
Just gonna
crashing.
crash.
Tick one of the guards there.
But that roll isn't terrible.
No,
Oh.
it got some at a good place.
Oh, that's really good. I like that a lot.
It almost looks like they did it on purpose.
Yeah. I don't think they know how to do things on purpose. I know I don't, so I'm assuming that the rest of the team doesn't either. I thought we've been winning it this entire time, just winging.
So it looks like the call is to hit that. If you get it on the nose, you can double out the yellows.
There is a
lot
lot
of
of danger
weight.
hitting the guard. That's coming in kind of hot.
It's probably going to hit that yellow one on the left there.
It might
Probably
miss.
just bump it. Oh, just barely.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been quite beneficial for them to have touched it that little anyway.
That might
Probably
have spun their red a little further out.
Yeah, probably would have spun the red a little further out and might have bumped the yellow funny. Looks like they just want to do a small tap.
A little freeze onto that. The last stone that they threw wouldn't be the worst thing.
No. I think they want to bump it just a little just to outcount that red though.
Team Lappert's looking to make the most out of their hammer this late in the game.
Yeah.
Release looks good.
Just trying to.
Just have to make sure it gets by all those guards.
Yeah. Going for the hard sweep.
But again, a guard wouldn't be the worst thing. Might get just the tap they need. Just short.
That's not terrible though.
But it actually came out a little bit, so it provides a little bit more protection on the one side.
Yeah. And if they just, and now it's just they have to touch that one to touch the other one to take it just slightly in. And it looks like,
It's a big pile of yellows up front.
yeah, and it looks like they see this and they're trying to get rid of that. Stone Cold, that is.
Move some yellows. Okay, Camille throws with plenty of weight. That'll move some yellows.
That's going to move something. Something's
It looks like it's coming
leaving.
in on the red, though.
Maybe. It might nose it, though.
Ah,
Or maybe not.
guess I was wrong. Not moving any yellows.
Not moving any yellows, but certainly moving something.
Now, I think they want to replace that red with a yellow.
Almost certainly they do.
I would call for a high guard here, make it hard to run it back.
That's certainly a call. I personally like that call. I think it's...
Hard to see if they're talking about adding one to the pile, but with that red one in there, I would
Yeah.
just assume that
They're probably
Guard
worried
it up.
about that one, just that red one. Because it is just so detrimentally out there. Looks like they just want to draw in the other way,
shoring up the other side.
throw a safe shot. Make sure that they get there before the opponent, which
I like this call.
I agree with, yeah.
It's got some weight to it.
Looks like it's going to come into the back gate. At least to me. Looks like, oh, it's breaking a little bit earlier there. And
it may promote the...
may just
may
bump
give it
up
a
that
tap.
yellow one. Oh, just barely passed. And I think that's going to be slightly too heavy. And it's out-counted by that red.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah, it was a solid attempt.
So now the question is, how would you move that red up?
Yeah, just punch it back with that yellow and punch it really hard down the middle line, but I don't know if you can get there with the guards.
No, I don't even know.
One red surrounded by a lot of yellows there.
Yeah, or you could follow that yellow rock that they just threw and try to draw in.
Yeah, I think I mean, this is the first skip shot, right?
Yep.
I would do something, try to open it up a little so that I have a better chance at my second one. Because
I would think there's a draw shot on the right, the side that Lappert just came on. You have a little bit of backing.
there definitely is a draw there. I would throw that for like my second one though. I was just trying to get things open on my first. I'm still trying to.
So they're trying to hit this yellow into the red. That could work.
Yeah. Just preparing everything for that last shot.
Oh, plenty of weight.
There's always a little bit of danger throwing the heavy rocks.
Yeah, and I think it's wide.
Looks like this one is just wide. Could come back just nick, but it's not going to.
So Matthew has 2 shots left. All 6 yellows are still in play. I like the draw in on the side that they're on right now. Just try and put something else in.
Yeah, they just threw it. So
looks like that's the call.
This is Skip's first for sheet B. Looks to be a draw. To probably just falling down the same shot that Revel just threw.
Revel just had a touch too much weight, but the line was there.
Yeah, I mean, just throw the same shot, right? And it'll just lightly tap it. Probably not even that much.
Even if you come in narrow, you might promote yours a little bit more. Give yourself some backing. Just have to get by the guards. That was on a heavy sweep.
I think it's just going to pinch that guard. Yep. Just barely. They're trying to get it to roll over so that they can throw that draw the second time. Looks like the same shot from Team Stone Cold. Not even looking at the draw. Maybe they've already discounted it.
Team giving a fist pump to the glass. They obviously hear the expert scorecasting.
Yeah, they're very proud of us expert sportscasters back here.
All right. So
and that, I think, is taking down a point. No.
Team Lappert's still sitting
Team
2.
Lappert, yeah.
And with hammer can just draw in with backing, right?
Yeah. I was going to say it opens the hit, but
Yeah.
the hit just, just stops them, those 2 in the back.
Yeah, I said with backing, but if they
I think 3
if they
is
use their
sufficient.
backing, they may push it too far. So they don't really want to use the backing except the minimal.
Yeah. Just to get it an slightly early stop.
They are considering how do we get that red out of there, but
You
that's not the play
you
here.
don't get the red out. Simply, it won't happen. So, I think.
Don't even try.
Yeah, there they are.
Don't even. No.
Matthew's thinking about it for fun, I think.
Yep, because it is a fun thought. Because you could get 6 if you could get that red out instead. Right?
If he was down by 5 right now, I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
Now, what we really should try doing is splitting in that guard and getting 7, but and getting the red out.
What are they? No. What are they even thinking about? I think this is the part where they get a coach out there to, ring him out properly.
Yeah. Just do the draw.
Just throw the easy
Or
shot.
are they trying to stall to get this game over with the time running low?
I wouldn't personally. I don't think that's quite sportsmanlike.
Let's not stall here. Let's get that stone off.
Yeah.
I think they're just having fun thinking about it.
I'm sure we'll talk about that in the team conference.
They're imagining what would happen if we got that red out.
Yeah, probably.
We could go to handshakes and dinner.
I mean, dinner's in 3 hours.
They might not realize that.
Yeah, they probably don't. They're probably thinking with the teenage brain of, I'm hungry, I want food now.
All right, looks good. Just get it in.
It's there. Maybe just the lightest of ticks.
Yep, that works.
And that's
3.
3. And that's a good end for Team Lappert.
Not as good as they could have gotten that red out.
Yeah. Get that red.
I think if their normal vice was there, he would have advised get that out and had the perfect angle on it.
Yeah, I'm quite known for my hitting ability.
Over on sheet D, this will be hammer. They're still figuring out what they want to do. So it's Harrison has hammer, and want to do the if they can double out the reds, they can get one.
So Team Lappert's going to have to wait a little longer to get those brownies.
Just a little.
Oh,
Looks like sheet A is moving quite interestingly.
yeah.
Looks like Daraheim's hitting 1.
Have to remind Matthew that he doesn't have hammer this time.
Well, he hasn't put up the things yet. Looks like some
heavy.
quick back and forth between the skips and the sweeper.
A little heavy in the house, but they're gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay. So on sheet D, from where that room is, I guess they're not going for the double. So I don't know how they can score here.
I think it's just the hold to 1. I think this is just to for the bacon sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like Stone Cold has put up a corner guard.
Okay, sheet D, hammer coming in. Oh, and a crash.
A crash, and it seems like now Laufer's out counting. very good news for Charlie. Bad news for Evan Dauerheim and Andrew Hooper.
So on sheet D, it's what, another 3, 4 or something. Not, several more reds.
Yeah.
3 for sure, but
And that's the handshakes anyway.
Handshakes. We'll just call it 3,
Just
whatever.
Yep.
call it 3. It doesn't quite matter.
Yep,
No.
nobody's
Not at that.
keeping the numbers.
And they have the handshakes.
yeah.
Okay. So on sheet A, we still have 4 rocks left to play. This will be hammer on sheet C, though. So what's the...
Looks like Trey Waters is throwing some kind of hit on that yellow on the right. And it
Looks like it's
going to make contact, but I think
But
it's going to
spin
roll
out.
out. Yeah.
So here on sheet C, Freya's trying... She's trying to hit that yellow by the broom. Sheet C. Anyway, you'll see in a few seconds here. Yeah, she's definitely going to hit that yellow. Oh.
She cuts it down to 1.
Yeah. And then that's one more game or one more end for Team Stilp, right?
Yep. Yeah, well, that was the 7th end, so
Yeah.
we're not playing 10 end games here, sorry.
Looks like they're shaking.
All right, okay. So, Team Dial, congrats.
Team Dial wins, and
That must mean they've been doing a lot of thinking on sheet B.
So
We're
we
a little behind the other games here.
just
Just
have
a little.
our sheets A and B going, so we've switched over the right side of our screen to sheet A. And I don't think we mentioned in the 7th end, Lappert did get another steal of 1, so
it's making the game a little bit more interesting.
yeah. So on sheet,
You got to knock the guard up, but Matthew sweeps it out.
so on sheet A, we are down to the last red rock. So as Lappert needs to somehow count three here to have count 4. Well, yeah, I mean count 3 would get him would get him counting tie anyway. But if they're
I'm not sure I see the shot for that.
no, I don't see any way to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, just keep throwing draws, keep the house full. Make it harder for them to get us any sort of force or get any sort of anything.
Yep. So, well, this is
And that
last
one's
last red rock now coming in on sheet A, and it's just
a little
coming up light. So it's just gonna. So red sitting 1 now, but the game's over anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, they're shaking. Are they shaking? No, they're not shaking. They're okay.
Oh, they're
there it
shaking.
is.
Okay, they are shaking hands. Okay.
So we're down to 1 game.
Last
So-
game.
So we won't score that last end because they didn't throw the last rock on sheet A. Okay, sheet B here, still on the 7th end.
I'm guessing this will be the last end of this game.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know what the rules are for that.
Looks like they're going to tick. And probably gave yellow a little better position.
Yeah. That nice. It's nice and split now. So
There's a double chance up the middle. So
Yeah, there is the chance of a double.
Matthew might want to put up a guard. Looks like he's.
I wouldn't want to put up a guard here. Even with like how it looks, I still want to keep that front empty so I can throw the hits as well.
That's true. Looks like he's calling for something on the other side of the sheet.
No, looks like a draw.
Draw.
Probably that guard. Probably just going to throw it top 12. So it's probably the guard you wanted.
At this point, he's trying to keep them from scoring more than 2.
Yeah. I mean, just keep him down. Making sure that everything's empty is the way to do it.
A lot of stuff in the house.
Yeah.
They're setting 4 right now.
I mean, the house is cluttered. I like that. Limiting the scoring zone by quite a lot. That wouldn't be the side I would use for the draw, but clearly they have something a little bit different in mind than what I have pictured.
It's curling in. Crossing over the tee line, or the center line.
Yeah.
And might be going straight through.
Oh, just barely hits the ring, but goes in.
Calling off the skips shot here.
They're a little bit confused on what they want, apparently.
Give me ice right behind the yellow and I'll go normal. Just trust me.
Looks like they're talking
He wants to throw the hit.
Yeah.
I think it's there.
Yeah, it's definitely there.
But I think this is definitely the safer shot. I think Matthew is beginning to kind of put his foot down and say, no, we need to do this.
There's a case to be made for taking the opponent's stones out of play.
Yeah, but I mean, when the scoring zone's so small and there's so many rocks there.
I don't think they're in much danger.
Yeah, I don't think that
The guard
that's
is a
necessary.
good call.
Yeah, I think just guarding up that way. And so now that draw path that I saw is way harder.
You'd almost need a bump and roll at this point.
Yeah.
But Team Red has to think of how we're going to score 3 points, and I don't see a path with that stone that was just put up unless they start moving some yellows out of the way.
Yeah, you've got to just start throwing some heavy weights. And
Here's
it
a
looks
heavy
like
one
that
here.
one's just going to tick the yellow. And that's not terrible, but I'm sure that
They're sitting 2.
Revel's just going to, or not even Revel, Matthew's going to throw that back.
Yep, because they're on to skip rocks now.
At this point, I think taking red stones out of play is
I think it's a
good
must,
save.
yeah. Especially that one in the tee. I wouldn't be too worried about that one in the back as much.
No, because you'd have to move 2 red rocks as well. Or 2 yellow rocks as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and if he knows it's red, then there'll be 3 yellow rocks he'd have to move before
Correct.
that red in the back matters.
Yeah. So this is probably control weight to just get across the face. Comes out a little bit quick for control though. And they're calling straight line. So
That's got to hit.
calling
then.
narrow.
Yeah.
Is that going to hit?
I think it's
plan
just
B.
going to.
Oh, no.
Oh, field goal. 3 points.
Okay, well, It's still quite a challenge for Stone Cold to get significant points out of this.
Two shots left. They can pick off the 2 yellows if they need to.
Yeah, I mean, he could potentially double him out, more or less. Maybe not get him completely out, but with a down weight hit on the right side of the screen there.
The guard that's in the front of the house is in a great position to protect.
Yeah.
So they're trying a hit on the back one, I guess.
Yeah. They probably need the roll, though.
Coming at that angle, I think it's a little dangerous. You might knock your own out, though.
Yeah. They're in a great position to get 3 now, though.
Yeah.
Better than they were before, at least.
The release with a little push.
Yep. It just needs to curl just a little.
That might hit their own out.
I think it might. Yep. And then, knowing Revel, he's going to call the double straight away. He sees it.
Matthew needs to hit at least one of them.
All he needs to do is hit one. And that's preferably both, you know, but like.
But don't get greedy here.
I would come from the inside, because.
Yeah, if you're going for the double, that's a better angle.
Yeah, because of the fact that if you're wide, you just hit the other one.
Unless he's trying to draw in.
I doubt he's trying to draw in. Especially since Revel is crouching down in that push off.
All right, we just don't need a field goal.
Well, he'll definitely hit something red.
He's definitely holding straight just so that they don't get that field goal.
And it
And that roll is incredible.
And a roll onto the button. Now he's just showing off out there.
Although it does make the yellows doubleable, but you'll probably lose your shoot. Well, no, because one would jam on the red.
Looks
And
like
there's
Yeah, I think.
handshakes.
Yep,
They're shaking.
Okay. Yep. They ran out of rocks.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Final score is 7-4.
7-4.
Team Lappert goes to 3-0.
And there you go. And Team Lappert goes to the finals against Team Dial, probably.
all right. Well, so
We'll see.
congratulations,
We'll see
Towerheim, Lappert, Dial, and Best. And we'll be back at 5, I believe, is the next draw.
5 o'clock is the next draw.